Hello guys and welcome to Singapore. As you can see from the Marina Bay Sands Hotel behind me and the beautiful garden of the bay, I have made it to Singapore. I came here with an overnight flight from London and it was a very long flight. I had a very long stopover. When arriving to Singapore, I had to fill out an arrival document. You can do this beforehand so that once you arrive in Singapore, all you have to do is scan your passport, your thumbprint, and you're good to go. You don't even get a stamp anymore. I did get a confirmation email, which I hope will be enough. I hope they won't tell me that I did need a stamp, but there was nobody there. And then I got the city shuttle bus, which was only 10 Singapore dollars or 7 euros in total. That one brought me straight to my hotel. I do think you don't win any time at all compared to the public transportation, which I will try out on my way back to the airport, which is the best airport in the world. And that alone was a major tick off of my bucket list. I started out the day, first of all, by checking into my hostel, and then I walked all the way here, but along the way I stopped at one of the most famous food markets in Singapore. And lo and behold, what did I find there? Of course, the Thai stand. So I had to get myself some khao soi, and my 4 months in Greece have absolutely destroyed my tolerance of spice. Greeks do not do spice at all, so yeah, I was suffering through the meal, but I enjoyed it so much. Obviously, all my previous Southeast Asia trips have started off in Bangkok, so that was kind of like an homage to starting my trips in Bangkok. But coming into Singapore, just driving into the city and seeing the skyline, I'm not gonna lie, it brought tears to my eyes. I was so excited. Yeah, just so much to explore, and of course I am taking you guys along with me. So after dinner I had to rush to get here in time for the light show, and it is at 7:45 and 8:45 every single night. I was cutting it so close because I just underestimated the distances, but that meant that I saw it first from the viewpoint. Then I made my way down and I did see it like from all possible angles because I was running around like a headless chicken. Now come to the other side of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. So on one side you have the gardens of the bay, and on the other side you have the big shopping mall, which is called Shoppes. And in this one they even have like boat rides and somewhat a Venetian canal inside. It's mostly luxury shopping. I couldn't even find a drink in there. I am absolutely starving of thirst. I'm so dehydrated. I haven't had a sip since getting off the plane. But now I'm on the other side because right here along the water on the hour there is a fountain light show. So I'm waiting for that to start and then I'm heading back to my hotel, hopefully passing a 7-Eleven. I got lucky on the walk back, hydrated, and strolled through Chinatown where my hostel was located. In the morning, the colorful buildings popped even more as I walked towards the metro station. Throughout the neighborhood, you can find beautiful historical murals that depict how the culture used to live in the neighborhood. There is a beautiful Hindu temple and also the stunning Buddha tooth relic temple. It looks like a temple straight out of Japan. I made my way to the metro station where I got a 2-day pass for public transportation and then headed in the direction of the gardens of the bay. Good morning guys. Unfortunately, I didn't see the fountains yesterday because apparently during the week there is no 10 p.m. fountain show, so only at 8 and 9. So I didn't see it yet. Maybe we'll see it today. Now I am on my way to the Cloud Forest Dome and the Flower Dome. I am arriving around 9:15, I'm assuming, which is right after opening time, so that hopefully I have it all to myself. Or at least it's not too busy. I arrived at the ticketing station and apparently ordered one STD, which is meant to be a combination ticket of both of the domes, before entering the first and most impressive dome. the Cloud Forest Dome, with the biggest indoor waterfall in the world. On the first level, already you can find lots of tropical flowers. In my opinion, you can almost mistake it for the flower dome, because look at these enormous and colorful orchids that are on display just as you enter the dome. Spotted the little tarsier. I'll be seeing them in the Philippines very soon. Wow, 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 guys. I am now in the Lost World, the Cloud Walk as it's called. Look at this behind me right here. It's incredible. This top part is called the Lost World, and I get it. I am lost for words here in the Cloud Dome. The views also are just absolutely stunning with the Marina Bay Sands Hotel and also the trees and everything. There are a few interactive displays around the dome. This one made me feel like an actual fairy. The display is located in the Crystal Garden, which is full of gigantic stalactites and beautiful crystals. Every time on the hour starting at 10, there is a misting happening. I'm amazed. When the sun rays lit up the mist and the green leaves above, the dome became even more magical. At the end of my visit, I got some free postcards in exchange for a review. I'd call that a win-win. Leaving the dome and getting hit by the hot humidity made me fog up too. I have now made it to the Flower Dome, which is right next to the Cloud Dome, and I must admit, yes, it is a lot less impressive than the Cloud Dome. The Cloud Dome is by far the most impressive. This one right here is home to about 30,000 plants divided over 9 gardens that come from 5 continents. So it is really a mix of plants from all over the world. I got lucky that it was the Festival of Flowers at the Flower Dome. The festival was inspired by Australia, and aside from this, there was a Claude Monet exposition, which I really enjoyed as well. After my visit, I walked along the bay towards the Bayfront metro station. This one is located beneath the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. I passed by the Helix Bridge, the crazy-looking Art Science Museum, and after some window shopping at the Shoppes Mall, I finally made it to the metro station, from where I made my way to the Arab Quarter. I have now come to the beautiful Arab Quarter. So all across the city, because this is a melting pot of cultures, you can find these kind of hubs where cultures settle down. So this is the Arab Quarter. I'm staying in the Chinese town or Chinatown, and then there is also Little India that I'm visiting next. But yeah, in these hubs you can find lots of products like Turkish products, Arab products like rugs, etc. And lots of good food as well. And the street art and the houses. So as you can see, all the houses are super low and colorful, and then the street art is just beautiful. Haji Lane is by far the most lively and colorful street of the Arab Quarter. Especially in the evening, the street comes to life with live music, there are lots of cute shops as well, and there is also a lot of cool street art. I walked back to Bugis Junction to get back on the metro, and this is also a great area to do some shopping. But I was on a mission to get to Little India for lunch. The metro stop is right next to Tikka Center, a big mall selling lots of Indian products, and it has a huge Indian food court. I browsed the stalls for a bit before ordering some lunch at one of the busiest stalls. The portion was huge and it was super delicious, but definitely spicy. After strolling through the neighborhood some more, I got the metro once more to my last stop of the day. I've now come to Fort Canning Park because this is where the tree tunnel is. So I'm very curious to have a look. It already looks beautiful just the way here. Since this is a popular picture spot, of course there was a line of people trying to get the shots. Since there is a line to take the very famous photo, here is my tree line instead of tunnel. In the evening, I went to Clark Quay for dinner. Along the river banks, you can find these pastel-colored buildings that all have restaurants inside. You can even go on a boat ride on the river if you want. Alright guys, I have made it back to the airport, to Changi Airport, which is the best airport in the world. Not only does it serve lots of local and global food, but also it has amazing shopping. The Vortex, which at 10 a.m. they turned on, and this is what it looks like from beneath. This is in the basement, level 2. It looks so freaking epic. There is even a cinema here, and there is an experience studio as well. And now I am on my way to the Cloud Forest or the Cloud Walk, which should be on the top level, level 5 of the Jewel, which is like the central area of the airport. That is also free to visit, even if you're not taking a flight in and out of here. Aside from the Vortex turning on at 10 a.m., there is apparently a light and sound show at the Vortex as well later on in the day. On the top level of the Jewel, you can find the bouncing and walking nets. There is also a hedge maze and a mirror maze. All of these you do need to pay for, but it is definitely a great way to pass your time if you do happen to have a longer layover. I am leaving from Terminal 2, which means I can see the Dreamscape. I'm now on my way there, which will be the last thing on my to-do list after watching the rain vortex turn on at 10 a.m. this morning at the Jewel, which was really cool. I wish I had some more time to maybe visit the aquarium in Singapore, which is one of the biggest ones in the world. There were a few more things that I could have done, but I was very satisfied with everything I've seen and done in these 2 days in Singapore. And if I can give you one recommendation, it's get the Metro card. It costs $24. That was for 2 days, and it can also take you to the airport. That was the best investment I've made. I also wish I would have been able to either have dinner at the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. There is an Italian restaurant that has an amazing view, but you need closed-toed shoes, which I didn't have. Otherwise, I would have definitely done that instead of going to the observatory. But yeah, you live and you learn. I'm not that fancy of a backpacker. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see the rest of my Indonesia and Philippines videos. And then I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!